Friends, how are you doing? Thank you for clicking on second channel video here. This is going to be an unrehearsed video. This is going to be like, this is really the cut and dry, just me here, going to kind of just yap my gums here. And not that I do much rehearsing at all, but I want to talk about what's happened here today with D-Wave, QBTS. Quarterlies came out and they were a lot smaller. We'll just go right into that too. But obviously I put on the thumbnail, I want to talk about Bitmine too. I've been getting comments about that, and I want to talk about it, but let you know where I'm at with it. So, but D-Wave here, this is definitely a situation just because we've had this literal quarterly, and they actually beat what they were projected here. So, you know, they weren't even projected to make this much compared to what deals, money they were giving, everything, all that. They still beat their quarterly. So I still halfway there with where I am with this company. I still think that there will be a quantum computing market here at some point in the future. D-Wave has obviously proven to be a very good company when it comes to that. Right now, I've had 4 cups of coffee here, excuse me, but I do think that people still nonetheless need to pay attention to what's going on here. I am curious to see what the stock will hold price wise at this level, because now we are back to this $3.1 million quarterly. Now, still good chunk of change, obviously, but not a ton of money compared to where we were last quarterly with that $25 million quarterly. So I could easily see this either getting caught up in two things right now with the stock price. Either that D-Wave here holds position somewhere around this $14 to $17 position where it's at, or investors go, you know what, I'm going to take some profit, and I don't think this is going to get too crazy anytime soon. I'm going to take my profit, and I'm going to I'll come back. So there could be some trickling down, what I'm kind of suspecting with these quarterlies where they're at right now. But I still am very much in 100% belief that people need to watch this stock. And, the third play in this is that people will go, you know what, I think quantum computing, D-Wave here is the future. I think this is going to come out of nowhere somewhere in this stock market, whether it's at the beginning of next year, somewhere next year, maybe it's 2027. And what I mean by that is that quantum computing stocks will become all of the rave of the market. There's always trends in the market, 100%. Last year was a lot with chips. This year's been a lot with defense, software, kind of things like that. Next year, who knows what the trend is going to be in the market? Maybe quantum computing stocks will have their moment in the stock market next year. I think that's very possible. It's very possible, 100%. So D-Wave here, this is still a very developing company. I think it still deserves people's attention, 100%. Listen, they're doing good. They're making money. That's one of the main things right now with this company, is that they are at least doing that. So my concern is that I don't know that it's going to keep this high of a stock price with this quarterly. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm not telling you to buy more. I'm just saying, I'm curious to see, where we're going to be here at the end of August with this. Is this going to be a gradual, slow sell-off here, or an aggressive dump? Tomorrow or next week, what's going to happen here? But like I said, it could just go the other way where, people start buying more of it. But one good thing too, the company right now has the highest cash balance it's ever had with the company at $819 million. So that is very good. The company's got money. They're doing well. If you like to take risk, be a stock investor that likes to push into things for the future, I definitely think this is right up people's alley, 100%. I really just don't think that that quantum computing has found a feeding frenzy in the market right now. It did earlier in the year. It was a lot of talk, but now just people are not really talking about quantum computing stocks in the market. They're just not. I've talked about this, but I'm trying to do as much research and listen to people that know about quantum computing because I'm trying to learn about it. I'm trying to see, you know, just like I'm trying to learn about CRISPR and gene editing and like how soon can this work, and you know, really just for selfish reasons for me as an investor, because I want to know, like, is this something that I need to push into? So yeah, I'm still going to talk about D-Wave. I love D-Wave. I don't think this is a devastating day for us. I think this is where we're at in the road right now, and I'm curious to see what else they're going to do this year. 100%. So Bitmine here. Did I call it Bitmine earlier? I don't know what I was talking about. Bitmine here. Yes, I know all about this Give me Tom Lee, Kathy Woods. Those are my two players right there. So Peter Thiel, come on, yeah. This company right now, I'm going to talk about this more. I may start talking about this more on the main channel too, because I think people really need to pay attention to what's going on here. So yes, first of all, I will make it public. Yes, this is something that I think is going to do very well into the future. Okay. And I really am a ride or die when it comes to Tom Lee. Kathy Woods, I pay attention to what Kathy Woods says. You know, she's been hit or miss over the years, but still she is an innovator when it comes to investing, and I pay attention to what she says. Even in her losses, you know, there's something to learn from. But right now, Bitmine here, you know, this is a company that projection wise is going to be something that is long term for you, that is going to continuously grow here. And with it being so new to the market right now, you know, this is a very unique situation. So the only thing that does scare me right now with this company, not this company, this stock, is that it came into the market June, hot as a firecracker, you know, was, you know, $4, had a squeeze to $135, and now we have found ourselves in this, you know, $40 position. So I'm watching it, but long term, it's kind of hard to imagine how this is not going to work. It's almost too good to be true. It's much like Tom Lee's granny fund. It's like, well, of course it's going to work. I mean, how's it not going to work? It's already working. It hasn't moved a whole lot, but at the end of the day, the argument is that, yeah, it's working. It's doing great. How can it not work? Look what's attached to it. So, yeah, I am definitely paying attention to Bitmine here. I you know, obviously, and I know I don't talk a lot about crypto on either channel. I really talk about crypto on TikTok. That's really about only place I talk about it. But I am very much into crypto. I am very much in the belief that no matter who you are, you should be buying long term and holding on to as much Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, even the argument for XRP and Cardano that something could happen there. Even Dogecoin, as crazy as that may sound to people, I'm still in the belief that Elon may use Dogecoin for something in the future. So I think long term, people should be buying Bitcoin regardless, Ethereum regardless, just 5, 10, whatever you can do, just for, you know, 10 years down the road, go like, I'm glad I bought that. I'm at least glad I had that money, because I don't think, you know, it's an investment, obviously, and now I'm talking about Bitcoin, but it's a situation where you might need it. There might be a day and time where you need one of these things, and it might be expensive to buy later on. Yeah, think about it that way. But anyway, like I said, this was more of a thought video. I'm gonna do some more longer videos for the second channel here, bigger videos. I apologize. I've just been really busy this week. I am just up against the wall right now with time and all that kind of stuff. But friends, I'm really excited here. Palantir, Big Bear, SoFi, these companies I'm talking about, Applied Digital. You know, there's so many opportunities in the market right now. It's wild to watch right now what's going on. Friends, I'll talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.